Hey guys, welcome to pixelhangover.com. What we're going to do here today is look at the brand new Trials Evolution Origin of Payne DLC, but not the single player stuff. We did that. That's another video. We'll link to that in the corner if you want to see the tracks and the new BMX bike and all that kind of stuff. What we're going to focus on this video is what you get with the creator. So I know there's a lot of good creators out there. So let's fire it up here right away. You get to choose old school Crash Country or Payne Island. And we're going to do a flyover of the entire island so you see what you get to mess with because it is an island, which is a pretty cool concept. Hopefully do more of this in the future with brand new islands. But we're going to go through a pretty in-depth fly through here of what the landscape looks like. And then from there, I'm going to pull up all the little objects you get because it's all saved under a new little area. And there's quite a bit. There's a lot of stuff that you get to mess with. So I know there's a lot of creators out there. The DLC is 400 points. In real money, that's $5, and the content you get is ridiculous. So the overall package, you get this island to mess with, tons of objects. You get a BMX bike, which plays so different than anything else, and in a good way. It's really fun. Click that link at the top left when you're done with this video, and you can go see how that BMX handles on the new tracks and see a bunch of the new tracks. And then beyond that, you're going to get 10 Supercross maps. There's a new skill game in there too. And it's just, when you combine all that and the endless levels we're going to get just with this island alone from the users out there, $5. It's kind of unprecedented right now, and DLC being 15, 20, sometimes even more when season passes come out at like $80 before the game is released. So here we go. You can see a lot of tall cliffs. I like this bowl right here with the water. I think a lot can be done down in there. I'm excited to see what happens out there. You can see the game's having a little struggle drawing stuff as I cruise along here at a pretty good speed. But some of these cliffs, I'm imagining what we could do with some hill climbs and so forth. And so I think that the terrain is different enough that it'll create some cool moments. You'll see a few like structures splattered or all over the place, and of course I believe you can probably get rid of it and so forth. They kind of all these things in here are a good example of some of the objects we're going to flip through. That tent and so forth that kind of got here. There's actually a working Ferris wheel, so that's pretty cool that it comes with it. A lot of rocks just scattered out all over here, but I can see some pretty fast runs on these, and I like the fast runs. And you can see the winding path up to this little structure up here. It looks like an old castle that's broken down. Very cool. So, I don't know. To me, it reminds me of like maybe Ireland or something like that. That's kind of a cool look at the landscape there. You got almost like a old runway or yeah, I bet you that's a runway right there for an old. And there's lots of plane parts that we're going to flip through here in just a second. So. Wanted to give you a good overview of this island, and I like the angles, I like the slopes, I like what they got going on here. So I'll just place some markers here to see what would happen. All right, so let's pull up and see what you get. You go all the way to the right, and you're going to get the Payne Island. So let's flip through everything you get. A bunch of boats and things like that. So some of you that I'm sure that as we flip through this, your mind's already going to be thinking about what you can do with this stuff. 'Cause there's a lot. Let's look at the buildings here. I think we're inside it there. There we go. And as we move along, like that building has 4 variants. So there's a lot here. So on some of these I flip through the variants just because. On others I just let it go just because you get the idea. All right. So obviously they're encouraging building right out on the edge of the water or a little bit out on the water with these huts and stuff like that. I can see those coming in handy, those roof parts for ramps and so forth. Yeah, this is all included. I like this part here. I got a fan. This right here, then they got a motor in here. So get to it, community. Let's get some fans going. But yeah, you get all of this for $5. There's a plane. So no more no more making up your own plane for the sky. I know a lot of people did that. Now, when you do create a map and you use anything in here, you see a little plus sign at the top there. That shows up in any track, either you even use a track that has any of these parts into it, or say you require the BMX bike for your track. So a user will right away know when they're looking at maps whether or not they can play it or not. So I flipped you some of the variants here. You can see sometimes it affects the shape, sometimes just the paint job. But then, nonetheless, lots of stuff. I mean, some of these, I can see some pretty cool stuff coming out of some of these elements. There's a cannon, there's the barrel. And so they separate that. So you could probably use them for a few different things. Here we go. Getting to the Ferris wheel. They have two different ones. There's a car. There you go. There's your working Ferris wheel with all the points and everything built into it. I think that's pretty cool. And then right below it, there's a static one, like an old one that's rusted and he's solid and there's nothing you can do about it. But definitely could still be used in some cool maps. Then they give you all the little pieces that go along with it. So that's under circus elements, and then we got primers. So I saw there's a couple levels that are kind of like toy based. They kind of look like oversized Legos, and I believe this is what they must have used for a lot of that. So miscellaneous. There's a pumpkin. Happy Halloween, I guess. And got some more, stone and stuff like that, which will come in very handy on a lot of people's things. So there we go. That's our look at the DLC. Like I said, click on the top there to get a look at the rest of this, DLC. What you get with this really awesome expansion pack, and look forward to some more videos. And I'm really excited about what the community can do out there with this new content. So thanks for checking things out. We appreciate it. Pixelhangover.com. Subscribe. We got videos up almost every day. And let me know what you think. If you're playing this, I'd love to hear feedback on if you think the BMX bike is good, if the new stuff they added to the editor is good. We just want to hear what you guys have to say. So welcome back to Trials Evolution if it's new to you or if you've been away for a while. But once again, we appreciate you checking things out. Have a great day.